An insurance agency.
And a good morning, meteorologist Payton Malone here. It is 4:30, dark and early here as we track a widespread area of showers and thunderstorms. We've had rain with us really all night long, but luckily here locally, the intensity hasn't been persistent enough or heavy enough to really cause us major flooding problems. But it is a messy morning with widespread rain still ongoing across the North Shore, lightning happening as well, and then a big cluster of very heavy rain back through the Atchafalaya, back towards Lafayette and Lake Charles. That's where the flooding risk has been much higher during the overnight hours. We are far from done though, so if you're getting out the door here pretty soon, we've got a steady light rain developing over New Orleans with embedded heavier storms. You've got a heavy shower about to move into Slidell. Got some heavier showers back through I-55 and the spillway, and then all across the North Shore. It is just, well, you're socked in the light to moderate rain. So the rain is steady. It's coming down. It's adding up, but it hasn't been the 2-3 inches an hour that we can sometimes get with these heavier showers. Most of us have been well below that threshold of where street flooding is going to be a major problem. This could change. We're going to be watching it through the rest of the morning. You got to keep an eye on things. I do think the near-term risk for flash flooding is going to be in this zone down here from Lafayette to Morgan City, maybe as far north as the river parishes. We're keeping an eye on this big cluster of storms that is very heavy with a lot of lightning and thunder. It's had a little bit of an easterly drift here, and some of the intensity is trying to work its way closer in. But if you're in Thibodaux and Homa, not a whole lot right now, but off in the distance, you've got some pretty big storms approaching Morgan City. So that's where the heaviest of the rain is right now. This is the morning round. We are expecting another round of heavy rain and thunderstorms as we go throughout the early afternoon. This disturbance already taking shape in South Texas. That's going to race our direction. So this will be with us this morning. This will be with us through the 1, 2, 3 o'clock hour this afternoon. And so if you've got plans during the early afternoon, could be coming down. We'll be watching for street flooding, but also watching for severe storms with maybe some hail and gusty winds. And then this evening, trending drier. If you've got plans late this evening, I don't think we're going to have much rain left around the area as we see things settle down tonight. Not done just yet, though. We are going to see a few showers and storms on Thursday, an even higher chance of some more rain on Friday, and then things slowly start to improve for the weekend. We're going to continue this coverage on WWL Plus and WWLTV.com. You can also catch us on Facebook streaming and YouTube. We'll be back here at 5 a.m. on Channel 4 for the morning news. But for now, we're going to toss you back to CBS Morning News.
This has been a severe weather alert from WWL Weather, sponsored by Egan Insurance Agency.
Thanks for staying with us here on WWL Plus and all of our other streaming services. We continue to track the heavy rain that's been falling all evening and all night long here. Really started to add up. We were just talking about that persistent light rain that's been falling across the North Shore all morning, really a moderate rain. We've picked up anywhere from 4, 5, even 6.5 inches through parts of St. Tammany, so it has been adding up all night. The ground is now becoming saturated. Our rivers are going to slowly start to rise over the next few days north of the lake, even up towards Tangi here. 3 to 4 inches of rain, 3 to 4 inches up in Washington Parish as well, and parts of Picayune, Pearl River County as well, picking up some pretty good rain overnight. And still, we've got much more to come over the next few days. Now, south of the lake, we've only picked up about 1 inch to 1.5 inches of rain. The bigger flooding issues, wanted to give you a heads up. If you're getting on I-10 and heading west to Lafayette, maybe Opelousas, DeRidder here, Lake Charles, they've all picked up anywhere from 5 to 10 inches of rain. So we have had reports of some flooding around Opelousas overnight. Not a good evening, or a good morning rather, to be out on the roads in this part of the state. And a reminder that flooding is worse overnight because, well, you can't see a whole lot. It just makes it that much more dangerous. So again, heavy rain continues back through the Atchafalaya, back through Lake Charles. Look at all the lightning. That's a sign of healthy thunderstorms that are dropping torrential rain. Now, we do have some lightning and some thunder across southeast Louisiana, but the intensity has been much, much lower and manageable. So while we have this widespread rain falling across the North Shore, we don't currently have any flood advisories or flash flood warnings. We're all still under that flood watch, though, for the next few days. So here in the city of New Orleans, we're getting that light rain that is steady. We're getting lightning all over the place here. A lot of this is cloud-to-cloud lightning, and so you may hear some rumbles of thunder. The rain does pick up out in the east and up towards Slidell. Got a healthy shower that just moved off the spillway and a healthy shower that's sitting south of Ponchatoula. Again, north of the lake here, much more widespread heavy rain moderate rain falling here, adding up to maybe half an inch an hour or so. Now, the intensity of the rain could really pick up later this morning into the afternoon as our disturbance tries to creep on in, so I don't think it's going to stay light to moderate all day. There will be at times where it's coming down, and that's where the flood risk will increase. Remember, now that the ground is becoming saturated, any additional rain we see between this afternoon, tomorrow, and Friday, it won't take much for it to lead to quick runoff and street flooding. But again, the Atchafalaya Basin up through Lafayette and along Highway 90 here, that's where the heaviest of the rain and storms have been so far this morning. We're not done. We were just talking about that next disturbance. You can already see it taking shape. You see the big burst of storms fire up as they entered the U.S. here out of Mexico. There's Laredo, there's Corpus Christi. That disturbance is going to be sliding our general direction. Now, what that means is we will likely see additional storms develop as we head into the early afternoon. So heavy showers and storms with us this morning, on and off with the intensity. At times it'll be light, at times it'll be coming down. May see a little bit of a lull around lunchtime, and then here we go. This is that disturbance sliding through. Big thunderstorms in the Gulf of Mexico, some of those extending inland here. You can see those bright reds and purples. Some of these storms that are trying to blow through this afternoon are producing large hail, damaging winds, and there's a really low tornado risk, but that's not very high, but still there. Heavy rain comes on through the early afternoon, and then we finally see things wind down. This is as we head into tonight, looking a lot quieter. So Wednesday evening plans are likely going to be drier. Saturday, or rather Thursday plans, not looking like a complete washout tomorrow, but I still have some rain in the forecast. So again, the biggest risk with all this for today will be that risk for street flooding, but a couple of those storms, especially this afternoon, could really be strong with gusty winds, large hail, up to the size of $half or maybe even quarters or $half, and you've got an isolated tornado risk later on as well. That flood risk is going to be highest today. I think tomorrow it's going to be more isolated. Same thing on Friday, but we still have a risk for some street flooding Thursday and Friday, especially since the ground's already going to be saturated again. It won't take much to get some of that street flooding. So we've got our round of rain coming in this afternoon. That slides on through. Tonight's quieter as we head into your Thursday. The chance of rain doesn't look like a slam dunk tomorrow. I've actually lowered the chance to 40% Thursday, but still some rain possible tomorrow. It's just not as widespread. Friday, we're still in the unsettled pattern. We have another disturbance, better chance of rain from really the New Orleans area down to the Gulf waters, but I think the further north you go Friday, the chance will decrease. But about a 60% chance of rain there on Friday. And then for your weekend, we still have that pesky low pressure that's going to be spinning nearby, which means rain chances are possible both Saturday and Sunday, and then trending drier early next week. So as we get into Mother's Day weekend, we see improvements. That's going to do it for the 4:30 update. We have full coverage for you all morning long right here on WWL+. Also, you can catch us on TV if you need to. Our newscast starts at 5 a.m. We'll see you then.